Hey fam, I just want to say hey. I want to bring forward some realities of the world race today. And that comes with the title of COVID. Yeah, so about a week ago, or right after Thanksgiving, our host's wife tested positive for COVID and then created this domino effect of us quarantining ourselves from our ministry sites and ultimately testing to see if we also had it or where it came from. And sure, in fact, some of our team did, some of our squad did. So we transformed the house and made it into this divided space. But thanks to God, we were all able to quarantine in the same space and to still be able to minister to one another, which sometimes I think is the point of the world race, is we go to these spaces and places and to pour into the nations, to pour into what Ecuador has to offer, what Camp Hope, Teen Challenge, these different places that we've gone. But ultimately it's sitting down with our team, sitting down with our fellow squad mates and just pouring into them and loving them and encouraging them. So by the grace of God, we've been able to stay in this house, to cook meals for those that aren't feeling great, to safely interact with one another by wearing masks to continue to prevent the spread, and to sit on the lawn, have cafecito at distances and still just pour into one another, and even do some weird random dissecting of chicken, because we've placed so many orders through Uber Eats, through all these different apps, and they still show up, but just in unique ways. So COVID on the race is a real thing. I wish it wasn't, but it is what we signed up for. And I think that statement alone can kind of cause pain. People can say, oh, it's what you signed up for, you should have expected this, blah, blah, blah. And maybe that hurts from a place of what people said in this past couple of years with COVID is I signed up to be a nurse through this pandemic, and that's not true. I had no idea. But here, as we approach the world race, we did sign up for something different, but we signed up for something that would still be worth it to impact others. So if it requires us to quarantine for 14 days before we go to our next country, sure, fine. It's worth the one. And sometimes the one is found in our squad. Sometimes the one is found on the outside of the walls. Sometimes the one is found in these videos. And that's the point, is to continue to pursue regardless of what the situation or what the circumstances look like. And that's just my prayer throughout this whole quarantine, is just to continue to shift my perspective away from what I can see right here, right now, to onward and upward. And what am I doing in this time, in this season, in this pressing, in this reading? And how am I leaning into the Lord, the Father, in a different way? And so sometimes that looks like reading the Bible in 28 days, and sometimes that looks like sitting on the lawn, sometimes that looks like laying down, taking a nap, and just really pressing in to whatever it is. Encouraging people with letters, encouraging people with walks in the mornings, fitness, whatever it may be. It really just depends on the day, and trusting that the Holy Spirit will lead us through it. So that's what I got. To future racers, don't be discouraged, be encouraged. The Lord always shows up, and the Holy Spirit is always present. Is our awareness to Him truly evident? And I shared with the team in this story of Ezekiel. Ezekiel is a Levite who is in exile, and he's sitting alongside, like on his 30th birthday, where he was supposed to be anointed as a priest for the temple in Jerusalem, and he's sitting there very disappointed with God. Like, this was supposed to be this is what I was supposed to do. This is where I was supposed to be. And it looks different than what we expected or what he expected, but God used him and called him to be a prophet, and literally the Holy Spirit lifted him up off his feet again and again and again. And throughout all of Ezekiel, he wouldn't have made that impact had he have just been a priest. So like us and you and everyone, we may have disappointments in our life. It may not look what we expected it to be, but the Lord does abundantly more with our yes to follow Him than He does with our actions to go and be whatever. So I said yes to the world race, and I'm here in Ecuador but the Lord always does more. So that's my little encouragement. I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope this encourages you. This is a different style of vlog than I have in the past, but you know, when you're in quarantine and you don't have a lot of content, this is what you do. So, over and out from LSQUAD. Hopefully next update, we will be traveling to South Africa. See you guys. Don't let quarantine stop you, friends.
Don't let it stop you.
Wait, what is? Oh, it's like overlap.